I was lost in the darkness, searching for something, searching for something. To be the love I was missing, but there was nothing, but there was nothing. And there in my searching, I'm running in circles and still feeling empty inside. You showed me the love I was longing for all of my life. And I just want to tell you, I want real love, something that will satisfy. I've been running to these wells that just run dry. You are freedom, you're the truth and you're the light. Only you can satisfy. I'm learning to find life when I lay it down. I'm seeing real love really can be found.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Basically to get into the walk around of my car and what I've done to it so far. So I mean, right away, I'm gonna start with the interior of the car. So I'm gonna walk straight into the interior and show you what I did. And actually, you know what, I'm gonna start by showing you the first things I did on the car when I bought the car first. So when I picked up this car was completely stock, and the first thing I did was an intake. So as of now, I do have the APR intake with the carbon fiber heat shield, and then I have this is from ECS, the ECS what is it, intake hose, tube or whatever, and then the ECS strut tower brace. I'm going to be switching this in the future, but for now, for the price, this thing is cleans up the bay pretty nice. But the first thing I did when I bought this car was I did my intake. That was the first thing I did. That was even before I did anything at all. The first thing I did was an intake. So I would recommend first thing you do on your car for this motor, honestly, it will be an intake. Intake kind of wakes up the car a little bit, wakes up the supercharger whine, which kind of makes it even a little bit more fun to drive. So, and then intake, I had the ECS at first, but I switched to the APR because the APR has a bigger cone, and I think it filters the air a little bit better. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but yeah, I just decided to go with this because it was personal preference. So, and then second thing I did was I did my exhaust, and my exhaust is it's an AWE Touring exhaust, AWE Touring exhaust with the 1.2 mil. No, it's not the 1.2. It's actually the smaller version of that, because it was a little bit cheaper. So to go to the inside of the car, it's pretty simple. But I mean, the first things I did was for the interior, the stock steering wheel makes the car feel pretty outdated, and it kind of sucks the life out of the car, because I don't know why they didn't do the flat bottom with the B8 generation, but they did for the B8.5. Beats me, but so I decided to do the B8.5 steering wheel upgrade, and then I also did the ECS. These guys right here, my paddle extensions are from ECS. I got a few messages about that on where I got my paddles. My paddles are from ECS, the gloss black ECS paddle shifters. And then what else? I did the shift knob as well from a B8.5. It's a little tricky, but I mean, I should have posted a video about it on it when I was doing it, but at that time I lived in Minnesota, so it was pretty cold when I was doing it, so I didn't even have time to record anything because it was too cold at that time. And then I have a mount here for my airlift controller, 3P management, just like my Golf. And then yeah, for the inside, that's basically about it. So yeah, that's about it. Just the shift knob and the steering wheel, the paddle extensions, and then yeah, honestly. And quick sidetrack, these what is it, black ice air fresheners are the best. So I'm gonna head back outside the car, and then so I'm gonna head back to the front of the car. And the front of the car, one of the things I did was I have the ECS gloss black front lip. And that's the ECS gloss black front lip. And for the stock bumper, it does sit a little higher. So by putting the front lip on there, it kind of gives it a little bit of an extension in the front. So as you can tell, it kind of gives it this much extension to the ground. So having air suspension as well, it kind of extends the front lower a little bit. And as you can tell, these are some aftermarket grill inserts as well, or fog grills, and these are for the RS4. I picked that up from eBay. I'm gonna try and find a link and put it in the description so you guys can order it if you want as well. I think these were like 70 bucks or so, 60 bucks or something like that. But I mean, it does clean up the front a little bit compared to the stock one, because it's been in the car since the car was made, so it was just a little worn out, and I just wanted to switch it up a little bit. So I will go back to the back of the car, and as you can tell, I have the whole gloss black theme going on right now. So as you can see back here, I also have the ECS gloss black diffuser as well. With this I wasn't sure about it at first, because I was like, I really liked the way the stock one looked, but I was not sure if I wanted to upgrade it. So it went on sale, I purchased it. I wasn't sure because I was like, if I didn't like it, I would just take it off and sell it. But I actually really like it. It really cleans up the back. It kind of gives it like a little bit of an extension as well. It kind of pushes it out a little bit as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, it really cleans out the back. And I also went with the D-badge, so I don't have the whole rear end is D-badge. I think it looks cleaner. I did the same thing with my my A4, my B6 A4 when I had it. And yeah, so let's go to my wheel setup, my wheel and tire setup, my wheel and suspension setup. So for my suspension, I'm running the Airlift 3P management. That's the same management I had in my Golf. I basically took out the management, I sold the struts, and when I got this car, I bought the struts for the B8 platform, and I reused the same management. So the management is pretty universal. So once you buy air suspension once, you can always get rid of the struts, and then whatever model or make you move up to, you can always reuse the management. That's why I honestly prefer Airlift. I think it's probably the same with Acura, or if they still existed or whatever. So running air suspension, Airlift 3P management. My tire and wheel setup is my wheels is Rotifrom OZRs. The Rotifrom OZRs, and these are 18 by, I think these are 18 by 8.5. No, these are 19. Sorry, these are 19 by 8.5. Offset is 45, I think. The offset is 45. And my tire that I'm running right now And these tires, in warm weather, they're great. But in cold weather, they don't really do very well, honestly. So that my tire spec is 215/35. 215/35. I personally like the stretch setup as well. And as you can see, the back is pretty tucked. And it's pretty like fitment is on deck. I prefer tuck setup than the poke setup. Even though I do plan to run like a wider wheel setup in the future, just for maybe shows or something. Because I plan on changing the color of the car as well in the future. And then for brakes, so my brakes that I'm running right now, I'm running the Stoptech. I think these ones are. This is a 6-piston Stoptech big brake kit. I purchased these from a Mustang actually. This calipers is exactly the same. And then I purchased a different, what is it? But the rotors are different because I actually purchased 2 kits, and then I merged them together. So I purchased another kit which was the same caliper as well, but I ended up selling the other set. And then I took the rotors from that, which was actually on a Golf R. So I took the rotors, put it with these, and took the adapters from that one as well. And these adapters does work for so these adapters are specific to the B8 platform. So I took the adapters and I took the rotors and I put them with this, and then boom, kit looks amazing. I still need to do the upgraded brakes in the rear. I'm planning to do that soon, when I have time, or what if I have extra money to spend, because honestly, spend quite a bit of money on this thing. So from here, I don't know if you can see, but fitment is pretty nice. Fitment is amazing. Yeah, the fitment has been great so far. Honestly, I can't complain at all. But there's a few things I'm planning to do to the car. But you know, right now I'm kind of pretty okay with how the car sits. The only things that I'm planning to do to change up some things on the car would be just performance stuff. So dual pulley and a heat exchanger, and then I'll do the throttle body, and then go from there. If I have to do the meth kit or whatever, I don't want to go too crazy, but as long as I'm able to get to 500, I'm good. I don't want to go anything over 500. If I want to go anything over 500, then I'll buy a different car, or a car that comes with like, that's when I'll maybe start looking at like an R8. But yeah, so for my channel, I do want to get an R8 in the future, soon in the future, God willing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's very short, but I hope it's helpful. And if you have any questions, please, I always reply to all your questions, and let me know if you guys have any questions and I'll gladly reply. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.